Hello, everybody. Yes. Jennifer, where have you been? Jennifer, it's been a while. Yes, I'm gonna tell you guys that I have been crazy busy. We went on vacation in August around my birthday, so the end of the month, and I didn't even want to bring my camera. I just wanted to have a nice, like, relaxing family. Like, I love vlogging. I absolutely love vlogging. It's motivational for me. But I just got sick of bringing the camera everywhere I went. It just, you know, Ben's like, Mom, you never pay attention to me. And it's not because of this. It's just because I'm busy doing other things. And he's like, Mom, you never play with me. Why don't you ever play, you know, games with me? And it's because I'm constantly busy. I am constantly going. So I don't remember the last time I even vlogged, you guys. I think it might have been before August. Maybe the beginning of August. And I started making some, but then I ended up deleting it. So I'm just going to kind of give you guys kind of a catch-all, everything that I've been doing. So, what have I been up to? So, I have been crazy busy, if you guys haven't noticed, with my Etsy stuff. I've been doing these envelope challenges. And we went on vacation, and I shut my page down for a week and a half. And when we came back, I told Grandma I'm not putting it on yet because I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done. Well, I ended up deleting some stuff, didn't even think about it, and all of a sudden since then, I stopped getting orders for that. And he's like, you really messed up your Etsy channel or Etsy page. And what I ended up doing is I didn't delete like the main one, but I deleted I had a 50 and I had a 52 envelope challenge. Ended up deleting those and putting them in their own listing because then people could save a little bit money on shipping. And he's like, you really screwed yourself over. And I'm like, you know what, Graham, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I was prepared to make a ton of them. I was prepared on vacation. You know, I was working on it a little bit, but I just wanted to sit and read. And I'll get to reading in a bit. But I'm like, Graham, like, you don't understand, like, I was getting, like, for a while there, I was getting, like, 10, 15 orders a day of these 100 envelope challenges. And it's all for it, but I couldn't keep up. My hands were hurting. I was having very bad wrist problems. I was getting stressed out. I'm just like, Graham, I can't constantly keep doing this. You know, I'm going to get burnt out. And I did literally get burnt out. And he thinks about his money, which I understand, but it's like he doesn't think about my mental health. He doesn't think about this. He doesn't think about that. So my mom came down, you know, for Ben's birthday, and she did a ton of folding for me. And then we ended up going to their house the following weekend for a class reunion. So I gave her like a bunch of it, and she folded like 100 packs for me. That's awesome. So I got a lot of it folded. But I kept saying, I'm like, okay, with it being slow, I can finally catch up. And now, like last night, within 24 hours, I got 5 Etsy orders of them. So now they're coming back, which is a good thing. But I was really liking, but I hope it's at this pace. I hope it's not at the pace it was before. But I told Grandma, I says, it could be many things. It could have been school starting. It could have been just not people were thinking that stuff. Now people are starting to think like for the holidays, you know, Christmas time. And people are also thinking like for the new year. So, got those. I'm also starting to sell my lit up trick-or-treat bags. So, I got those. I've sold like maybe 40 or 50 of those so far. Those are super easy. They're kind of a pain in the butt a little bit, but I've been selling those like crazy. I just started designing some different kind of stickers. And I will talk to you guys about Paris in just a little bit too. So I just been crazy busy with Etsy, and I've been working on stuff. If you guys have been following me on TikTok or Instagram, you've been seeing that I've been making cups. I had a company actually send me a tumbler press, and I really wanted this one anyways. It was on my wish list on Amazon, and they're like, hey, can you, can we send you a sample for a review? And I said yes. And I absolutely love that thing, and I bought some images on Etsy, so I have planned on doing some more. So you guys, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram or TikTok, definitely go ahead and do it. I try not to make my life 100% about couponing. That's not who I am. Like, I know I just can't consume couponing in my life my whole life, because it's like I like to do other things than couponing, and a lot of you guys I've seen take interest in things too. So I'm just absolutely loving it. So I plan on one of these days I'm gonna like just print off a bunch of images and get a bunch of cups made. I'm signed up for a craft fair. Now, if you guys followed me last year, my mom and I did a craft fair in my town, and I did pretty good. I wasn't saying I was successful, but I think I did pretty good for what I have. So I still have a lot of stuff that I made last year all still packed up. So I'm not going to make like a lot of the stuff that I made last year. I'm actually going to make like, you know, cups of my mom's, and I was going to make some Halloween cups. And my mom, I love her to death, but she's very blunt on things, and she doesn't think about my feelings before she says stuff, and it really pisses me off. She's like, why would you make Halloween cups for Christmas? Now here, if you guys know me, I'm a person who loves Halloween. I prefer Halloween decorations over Christmas decorations. I like ghosts, I like witches, I like all that kind of spooky stuff. If I could have like Halloween decorations up all year long. Well, the thing is, I myself love getting Halloween stuff for Christmas. And when I had my garage sale the other day, I saw people like eyeing up my cup, and I says, yeah, I'll probably be making those for this craft fair. Like, oh yeah, that craft fair. So I'm like, Mom, not everybody wants Christmas stuff for Christmas. Like, I want to make it where they can, you know, buy stuff for Christmas gifts, because some people prefer Christmas stuff over Halloween, or Halloween over Christmas. It just varies, and I'm like, I'm still just gonna have them, because then if I don't sell them, I can always, you know, sell them on Etsy and all that stuff. So getting that stuff all prepared. I'm gonna be making some bookmarks because I have a heat press now. I'm going to make some mugs. I was thinking of making some coasters and some other things, because sublimation is super easy. So you will be seeing me post videos on stuff like that, because I don't want my channel to be 100% couponing. Like, I mean, crafting, you're still saving money by making your stuff yourself. And that's all about my, you know, my channel. So, another thing. This little thing right here. Say hi, Paris. So, you guys know I was so ready to put her down this May. It was May when we went to the doctor's office. And I've been in tears. You know, Graham has no sympathy for it. And, you know, I'm like, okay, let's try this. We tried that. When we went on vacation, we found a ton of different pea spots. And I've come to the realization that Paris is jealous. She's jealous of especially Charlotte, because Paris keeps peeing in Charlotte's room. That's the room that she pees in the most. That's the stuff she pees on the most, is Charlotte. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that, because I'll be sitting on the couch doing stuff, and Paris will be sitting next to me, and Charlotte will come along and just rip Paris out of my hands or arms or lap or whatever. So I think Paris is a little jealous. So what we've been doing with her is I've been trying to give her as much attention as possible. I've been loving her, giving her kisses, whatever. She's still having problems peeing everywhere, but she's cut back a lot. I've been trying to keep back on the cat litter. So, I talked to the doctor last week, and they think that she might have some kind of anxiety. And I do think that, and she says a lot of cats are like that. So she wants me to I'm putting Paris on some medicine. It's like a serotonin anxiety medicine, for her to see if maybe that would help. She says it might help, because, you know, Paris might be just kind of have all these feelings. Because I'm just like, because there was a point where I'm like, I'm going to call a vet and see if I can put her down, because I am so sick of the peeing everywhere. And, you know, I told the doctor I'm still not ready for it. Graham has no sympathy for it. Ben has no sympathy for it. Charlotte doesn't understand. But I'm just like, I'm not quite ready, because the other day she's sitting there chasing like a freaking elephant. All it sounds like elephants in the house. She's chasing a piece of plastic that, you know, clips onto, you know, a price tag on a piece of clothing. So it's like she's not there yet. But, you know, she's passed all the tests, and I just think, you know, there might be something like that. So I'm just waiting for that medication to get here to see if she might be on that. If that does not help her from peeing places, then it'll be her time, because I can't handle cleaning up the pee. I mean, everywhere I turn, there's cat pee. Everywhere I turn. And I've been, you know, keeping on it. I've been really keeping at her litter box. Her litter box is now on the main floor. I lock her up in the laundry room at night because I don't like her crawling around places, because I usually try to keep an eye on her at all times. But she cries a lot in the middle of the night, and it's like worse than taking care of a newborn baby. But that's just the way it's been going, and that's the way we've been using it that way. So that's what's going on with Paris. So we'll still see. I mean, she's almost 15 and a half years old, so yeah. Graham and I are going to Chicago this weekend. We are celebrating our 11th year wedding anniversary. We've been together for 15 years, but our 11-year anniversary is this weekend. And we asked Graham's parents if they could watch the kids. So Sunday, after I get done with couponing, we're gonna drop the kiddos off, and Graham and I are going to Chicago. Him and I have not had an alone time, and I cannot remember when. And I don't really care about the alone time, but we just need to get away from the kids is what our main thing is. So he's super excited. He's been doing his research. Like, he wants to do stuff that we can do without the kids. He wants to go to this one restaurant that you can see the city at night, and just a lot of things here and there. So he's pretty excited for that. I'm just kind of letting him plan. I kind of want to bring some of my Etsy stuff with me. Sorry guys, I'm tired. Ugh. Charlotte is with Grandpa right now. They're at the library hour, but they'll be back any minute, I think. But I have been really into reading. I've been really into reading, and you guys kind of followed me. I fell in love with this book series after I fell in love with it. Last year I read there's 5 of them, and I read the 5 books 3 times in 1 year. And they're like, you know, one's like 700-800 pages long, and I read it like that. So then this year, I was reading a lot in the beginning of the year, and then I kind of just stopped. And then when we went on vacation in June, I started reading a little bit, and then I started getting into, if you guys are not familiar, I like romance books. I do like romance books. There is a author called Colleen. Her name is, what did I say called? Her name is Colleen Hoover. Now, I read a couple of her books, like the Reminders of Him. I read that book, and it was really good. I really liked it. And then I read It Ends With Us, and that was pretty good. There's a second one to that book that comes out next month. And then last week I started reading November 9th. That book was really good. I really liked that. And then last night I just finished reading Ugly Love by her. So those books I've been really enjoying. So if you guys are into like romance books, you know, they're pretty good. Then Gina says, oh, you need to watch this show on Amazon Prime called This Summer I Turned Pretty. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but it's a series on Amazon Prime, and it's really cute. I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes or 7 episodes, but it's about a girl who basically, you know, she's blossomed, and she has a crush on her family's friend. She's had a crush on him for years, and she basically just wants him to see her. And so I've seen the series like 3 or 4 times, you guys. It's so good. And I'm like, I have to read this book. So when we went on vacation in June, I ended up adding that to my wish list, and I finally got a chance to read it like 2-3 weeks ago. There's 3 books. 3 books. So I ended up getting the second book. I read that in one night. I could not fall asleep. I had to read the whole thing. I read the second book in one night, and then I got the third book the third night, and I read that just like that. So I've been really into that book. That book is not it's like a romantic book. There's not like romance. I mean, it's nothing like, you know, too much for people to handle. It's kind of for teenagers. And I really liked that book. Then I started reading this one book called Crave, and each of those books are like 800 pages. And I couldn't get into it. I could not get into it. Then I'm like, I'm going to start reading it, and I read I started really getting into it, and I read it in like 2 days. Well, then when we were on vacation in August, I ended up reading the second book in 2 days, and that was like 800 pages. And then I started reading the third book, and the fourth book I'll be reading in the next week or so. I prefer reading on my Kindle. It's better on my eyes. It helps me sleep better. Because then I don't have to have a light on when I read a book and stuff. But if I have to read that book right away, I will end up getting it on the thing. But I've been having this app where I can actually rent or borrow books from my library that goes through Amazon to go to my Kindle. So that's been super nice with that. I should make a video on how to do that because I've been really liking that. So I've been kind of just reading those books, and then I just I started reading some random book I found on reviews on Amazon or on Facebook last night. So I read 26 books last year. I could not believe it. I went from reading like one book, not even. Like I read the Harry Potter when I worked at Menards. I used to read a lot in the break room because number one, we didn't have smartphones back then. Number two, our break room was in the middle of the freaking shopping floor. So we'd have customers come up to us, oh, I know you're on break. So I always would have my book with me because I'd keep my hand down so I don't make any contact. Because I'm on my freaking 30-minute lunch break. I don't want to be helping customers. So I got like into the Harry Potter series. And then I read Twilight and stuff. So after I started reading all these books the other day, I'm like, I need something else to read. And I'm like, I'm going to start reading Twilight again. So I haven't read Twilight since Graham and I started dating. Yeah. So I started reading Twilight. I'm like only a third in Paris, don't bite. Evil shenanigans. But I started reading Twilight again just because I've been really enjoying reading. And yesterday I made a post on Facebook like, I'm just happy to be reading. I'm happy to be reading. Mentally, it helps me. It helps me sleep better, and just mentally, it's been helping me. So that is what is going on. I don't know if I mentioned that I did stop taking my depression medication. I am ADD. I've been diagnosed since I was 10 years old. I'm actually thinking of going back on that medication. The reason is because I am like all over the place. Like my house is a mess and I focus on one thing and then I can't focus on that. And Graham's like, you gotta work on time management, and I totally understand where he's coming from, but it's just like, and I freak out because I have this to do and I have that to do. Like my place was clean like 2 weeks ago. You can't even tell it was clean anymore. And I've been really slacking. Number one, I'm just busy with YouTube, with Etsy, with everything in general. Nobody in my household ever helps me keep this place picked up, that I just am freaking out. So I think I'm going to go back on my Ritalin and just see if it would help me. I just want to see what would help me. So I do need to make a doctor's appointment because I have my lump back that I have to get removed again. I have to just go to the doctor just for a bunch of things. So I think I'm going to do that and see what happens and see if it helps me. Mentally, it helps me. So there's that. We had my high school reunion. I had my 20-year high school reunion last 2 weekends ago. Well, a week and a half ago. And I'm the one who, planned it. I had some other classmates help me. And everybody, we had a great time. I loved it. I ended up wearing a dress because it was 80 degrees outside. Right now it's 43 degrees outside. We went from 80 to 43 within a couple days. It's cold outside. But I ended up wearing this dress. And it was a little tight on me. And my mom's like, have you noticed that you put a hole in your dress because you've gained some weight? Now, I've gained weight. I have said that. I've gained weight because I haven't been kind of like eating. And this is what I get where she doesn't watch what she says. She just goes and says that. She's like, well, how much weight have you gained? Number one, yes, I've gained weight. Yes, I'm aware of it. And yes, I'm going to do something about it. She complains about her weight and she doesn't do anything. I've gained 20 pounds. 20 pounds, you guys, since COVID started. During COVID, I was so busy. I was losing weight. And I think it was also because I was on my depression medication that helped me. And I'm not where I want to be. I am not where I want to be. I'm just looking at my double chins. So I've cut back a lot. I'm trying to do the fasting where I don't eat past 7 o'clock. In the mornings, I've been trying not to eat until like 8 or 9. But I've been really trying to do the fasting thing where I'm not going to eat after 7 o'clock. I've cut back on eating a lot of sweets and candy. I used to eat ice cream all the time. I'll have some ice cream, but I'm going to try to cut it in half because I'd fill the whole bowl full. I've also tried to cut back on a lot of sugary stuff, just to see, you know, maybe I just need to cut back. And I've also need to cut back on soda. I was drinking soda like every single day, and I'm just like, I need to cut back on that. I also need to drink more water. So I am also trying to lose weight. I want to get back to where I was. But I'm tall. So that doesn't make a big deal. But I've noticed the pants that I'm wearing, like I put these in my bin where I'm like, these are the pants I want to get rid of because I don't need them anymore because I've lost weight. And now I need them because I've gained weight. So that is another thing that I've been trying to go through and just try not to eat, try not to binge eat, try not to snack. So that is what's been going on with me. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up. I felt happy today. I just edited 4 videos. 4 videos that I just edited, and I have them scheduled to be put up for the next couple days. So I'm pretty happy with that. I had my garage sale last weekend. It was kind of it wasn't like the greatest sale, but usually my spring sales are better, but I just wanted to get rid of a lot of my stockpiles. But I didn't get rid of like as much as I wanted, which was fine. But I just, you know, my prices change every year because I just want stuff to go away or to get rid of and everything. But other than that, like, you know, I'm here. I love helping people. Like, I'm not doing my garage sales just because I intentionally buy stuff to sell it. I do buy my stuff to show people deals. But I'm just sick of like the whole Ibotta drama. Like, it just, people are making it way bigger deal than what it truly is. But you know, we'll adjust to it and all that fun stuff. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up, you know, what's going on with my life, what I need to do. Like right now, I kind of want to turn the TV on and just sit and watch TV. But the ADD in me is like, I gotta pick up. I gotta load the dishwasher. I want to clean up the kitchen a little bit. I want to clear off the countertop. I want to throw my trash away. So I think I'm just going to continue playing my music really loud until my daughter shows back up and just start cleaning a little bit. And then when she shows up, hopefully she'll take a nap and then I can just have some downtime. But it sucks. It just sucks, but that's just how my life is going. I don't know when I'll post another vlog video. Maybe it might be soon, but if you guys can understand that I've just been super crazy busy, and I do like vlogging, but sometimes I don't like putting my life out there because I get a lot of very opinionated people, which is, some opinions are fine, but some like just kind of irk me the wrong way. And you know, it sucks, but I have a strong back or hard skin to deal with it, or however you're talking about it. But that's what's going on. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up with everything. Sorry for not doing stuff. I haven't even been on my other channel lately. I haven't even been doing other arts and crafts. I mean, people have been asking me to make them stuff, and I want to, but I just don't have time because I have to sit there and do twiddle this, twiddle that. When I have my Etsy stuff, it's already made. I just have to hit cut or print, and it's already made. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but I eventually want to make stuff, but I just been crazy busy, and I don't have any me time. So I think when we go to Chicago this weekend, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna bring my book and read while we're down there. It's only a 2-hour drive, but I will see you guys some other time in the near future. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome, and I'll see you guys later.